This tutorial will show you how to use the text tool. If I go into my toolbox, I look for the T for text, and I can select it. When I do, you'll notice a bar opens up with different word processing tools that you might be familiar with. Here's for changing the font. This is the font size. I can use these to make it slightly smaller or larger, bold, italicize, underline, superscript, subscript. I can change the color of the text or the background color behind the text, align left, center, align right, increase the space between my lines, decrease the space between my lines, increase the indent or decrease the indent, or add bullets. I can also click on this button, which gives me an on-screen keyboard, which will show up on the Promethean board when I'm using it, but it doesn't show up on my screen here at home. So I'm going to add some text to my flip chart page. To do that, you can see when I move my mouse around in the box, it's set on the text tool. The little ABC and the little line cursor will show that it's selected on the text tool. So I just click wherever I want to add my text. It's going to default to a box that says type here, and then I can type away whatever I want. Just like with a word processing program, I can highlight it by triple clicking or double clicking depending on how many words you're getting, and I can change the font. Just remember, when you change fonts on your computer at home, the font may change to a default when you go onto a different computer, because the fonts go with the computer. They're not set to just the ActivInspire program. So the fonts that I'm using now, I might not be able to use on my Promethean board at school. I can stretch out this box and center the text or align it. I can change the color of the text, or I can select it and change the background color and center it. I can shrink this to make it not as wide, or I can stretch it way out depending on what I want to do. So that's how you can use the text tool. If I create my text and I want to move it, I just use the select key and I can move it around to wherever I want on the page. Let's try changing the font size here to 72, and you can see that you can play around with the size of your font as well. So that's how you can use the text tool to add text to your flip chart.